Over the years, I've learned that hype can be a bit of a fickle thing. That not exactly expect disappointment, but more to keep me expectations in check. Occasionally, though, something remarkable actually releases and lives up to the expectations it promises, and even rarer, goes beyond them. PrO-Mori is a surreal psychological horror RPG maker game designed by an artist named Cat. I remember seeing the Kickstarter trailer years ago and it got me curious, but I ended up not backing it. Mostly because Mighty No. 9 came out before that, and yeah, we don't need to talk about that. The trailer after that, a year later, completely sold me on it. What was this? It looked like it was gonna be part going on adventures with my friends and part horrors of all kinds. Man, I kicked myself for not backing it after that trailer, but sadly, news about the game dried up for years, and I thought it was just something that fell to development hell like a bunch of other things before it. Jump back to November 29th of 2020, and I saw that they actually put a new trailer up. I figured it was just going to be like a, hey, we're still working on it, so stay tuned. You can imagine my surprise at the end of the trailer. 12/25/2020, a Christmas release date. That being said, I need to make 2 points before we actually get into this. First being that as much as I am recommending this, if you are not in a good place mentally, I would recommend waiting until you are, because of point 2. When you boot the game, you get a screen that warns you about how it's going to treat anxiety, depression, and suicide. And when the game talks about these things, it's not going to pull its punches about it. And I honestly wouldn't say anything if I didn't think it wouldn't actually be too much for some people. If you're okay with that, then let's take it from the top. The emotionless kid just looking at you, the melancholy music. It was just the fact that even though it's basically a blank screen, there's something wrong here. This was basically telling me that, yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. You start by being welcomed to Whitespace and are told that you have been living here as long as you can remember. You finally get control and can explore this strange white void of a place. You find your sketchbook with drawings that doesn't put me at ease in the slightest. A tissue box for wiping your sorrows away. Guess what? No, they won't. Your pet Miwu wondering if you're waiting for something to happen. And a laptop that tells you how you spent your days up until this point. Don't worry, the heat from it will warm your lap, so that's nice. You hear something fall nearby and explore the area to find your trusty shiny knife. There's also these weird hands here that just take you back to the starting area if you get too close for some reason. With knife in hand, we are finally ready to leave this place. You go through the door to find your friends that will also be your party members waiting for you. Aubrey, your cheerful friend that's always worrying about everyone. There's Kel, your competitive, loud, annoying, bratty friend, who wants to help everyone, but, has problems with it. And your last friend being Hiro, the oldest of everyone and the one who tries to keep the peace between everyone. You talk to Aubrey and she says that Kel went and hid her stuffed toy somewhere in the room, saying there was clearly no reason to do such a thing. So you smash the watermelon and find it. I like the mess it leaves behind. You return her toy, Aubrey says thank you, and Kel says that she started it for some reason. Hiro reminds us that Basil and Mary are waiting for us at the playground, and with everyone ready, we finally leave the room. You know, after getting your allowance, as you normally do. After popping out of the stump, we head south to find Basil and Mary waiting at us with a picnic. Mary is your older sister, and while a bit mischievous at times, is like Hiro, looking out for everyone, making sure they're okay, and just encouraging everyone to do their best. She knows how to rile everyone up, and yeah, she does a little bit of trolling. After that, we talk to Basil, our best friend that likes gardening and taking pictures to keep reminders of his happy memories. Strangely enough, Basil only goes for photos of people just living their lives. You take a look at the photos with your friends and the memories we've had so far, with Basil talking about each photo he took. When you're done looking at the photo album, Basil invites you to his house south of the playground to look at some sprouts he planted. Everyone says yes, but Mary says she'll sit this one out, basically saying that if you get weary to stop by her picnics whenever you want to heal and save the game. You try to leave the playground but get roped into a game of hide and seek. Long story short, after finding everyone but Basil, we get our first taste of the game's combat. The fight's meant to show you two things. One, that at a certain point, Boss will change his emotions from neutral to angry, something I'll get to here in a moment, and that your main character can take one fatal hit without succumbing, unlike everyone else. I'll talk about why everyone's toast later. There's a reason, I promise. You tap Boss, get a nice victory jingle, and with that I need to make a complaint about the game's combat. It's easy. Like, the first time I went through, I never saw the game over screen from how easy it actually is. I'm sorry, what now? Why? I mean, you're technically correct. Where was I? Oh yeah, you beat Boss, Basil forgives him, and now we go to his house. I know it feels like it's not really going anywhere, but don't worry, we're almost done with the boring stuff, I promise. You continue south from the playground, and on the way to his house, you get to see all the pretty flowers he plants and how they relate to everyone. Basil tries to see himself as a sunflower, you know, somebody who always tries to see the bright side of things no matter what. The lily of the valley are said to ward off evil spirits and help people see a brighter future, kind of like how Mary looks out for everyone and wants them to just do their best. Okay, the sprout mills are being a problem now, so let's explain how emotions work. Hope you're ready, because it's time to play rock, paper, scissors with feelings. Being mad at everything does make you hit harder, but you will take more damage in return. If you're happy and you know it, your crit chance will go up, you'll move a bit quicker, but you're not gonna hit as often. And if you're just sad about everything, you'll be able to take much more punishment, with some of it going to your juice, but you will not be as quick as a result. Neutral is neutral, no pros but no cons. Hero makes a chart up for you because pictures are nice. Also, keep the chart in mind, you know, for reasons later. And now even more pretty flowers. Roses come in all kinds of colors and each have their own meanings, but Hero is like all of them because of his versatility and is just loved by everyone. You know what? Not even gonna try. The sword flower is for those that have strength of character, strong moral values, and stand by their convictions to the end, so Aubrey's flower. Kel's flower, for some goddamn reason, is a cactus because they're sturdy, resilient by nature, don't need much care, and can survive in near impossible conditions. And that apparently even he could take care of one. The cactus I'm not gonna argue with. And finally, the white tulips. A plain simple flower just like a Mori. We find Mary with a picnic ready and have a nice little talk about how she's the best. We finally reach the path to Basil's house, and oh, he big. One boss keeping things from getting good, and one last explanation for combat, thankfully. The energy bar lets you use follow-up attacks when you have enough stored. You start with 3, and as you get attacked, you'll get more. It takes 3 for someone to follow up a basic attack, and if you end up storing to max, you can use all of it to do some real damage. Yeah, not gonna lie, I wasn't aware the power of friendship could be this effective. Strangely though, Omori is the only one who can follow up with no help from your friends while they need each other to follow up. Huh. When you level up, you have a chance of getting new skills. You can also get them from side quests and just getting equipment in general. And unlike a certain other game, you can switch them whenever you want. When we finally arrive at Basil's shoe house, he takes a sneaky picture on his way up. With Kelly and Aubrey knocking him over and spilling his photos. And it just honestly makes me want to slap both of the little You head inside and help him put his photos back where they belong. Just look for the black outlines for each one. See, everything ends up working out and all is wait. What, did you take more than one sneaky picture? Is there something you gotta tell? Oh yeah, this is also a horror game. If you talk to your cat, he says there's not much to do here, or is there? He asks if you're looking for a way out, and says that there always is one, but you can try to look around for a way out, but you can't. So what was he talking about? I was stuck here until, I opened the menu by accident. Wait, why do I have the option to step? Oh! Oh. You awake to see a boy sleeping in his room and then you name him, the canon name being Sonny. Afterwards, he awakes in the middle of the night to see that there's a message waiting for him on the answering machine. It's from your mom, saying that she's getting your new home ready and that you're going to be moving in a few days. She left a message reminding you that you still have some chores to do and that if you want to say goodbye to your friends, you should do it while you still have the chance. Also, that Kel's been trying to get a hold of us for a while now, and for some reason, we never talked to him. The message ends, and yeah, after what just happened, I'd be hungry too. So we decide to go downstairs and get something to eat, but for some reason we stop and decide just to go back to bed instead. It's interesting that it asks if we're sure we want to go downstairs instead of, just walking downstairs. But then after going back to sleep, the answer becomes clear. You leave your room again, but things are a bit different this time. Oh hey, surely this knife's gonna help me. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Don't worry, I have an idea. Seriously though, this is exactly what I signed up for. The music that slowly creeps in before you can even see it, the fact you can't even hurt the thing because you have no goddamn idea what it is. When it isn't attacking you, it just taunts you, dragging you down to the depths. And the look on your character's face as you try and stand against it. Oh, it's all great. But, even in the darkness, a voice reaches you, telling you that it's not as scary as you think it is and reminding you to just calm down. You remember how to calm down, and as you take a breath, you steady yourself and find yourself at the bottom of the stairs, your fear conquered. There better be something good down here for going through all that. Oh yeah, steak. Thank God the suffering will be rewarded. Wait, I'm microwaving the steak? What in the ever-loving hell? A lovely, microwaved, well-done steak. You know what? Send me back to the Nightmare Monster. Yeah, no kidding. Great, you got sick and you're probably still hungry now, so good job. Nope, nobody's home, house is empty, you don't want it, I'm going back to bed. Alright, that's all you're getting, that's not a spoiler, so if this managed to convince you to get this, go away and play the game first. You know where I'll be. Even then, I'm not showing everything, because there's some surprises I'd rather not ruin. I am going to go over the story, so yeah. If you don't care about spoilers, then strap in, because holy shit are we going on a journey. It's good to be back here where creepy things clearly won't happen again. So let's boot the laptop and see what we have to say about yesterday. Hey, you want to play a game? No? Well, tough. It'll become clear when we leave. A map of headspace falls and we leave to some troubling news. We meet up with everyone only to find out that Basil's gone missing, and we should go see Mary and see if she knows anything. You leave to see a floating letter A. Collect it and it gets added to the Hangman puzzle. Letters you need go to the bottom and the letters you don't will go to the right. If it's a letter you need, it'll say how many you have left to get. It'll become clear later, I promise. Hey, Mary. Mary hasn't seen Basil either, so let's go back to his house and see what we find. On the way back, we see that Basil's flowers are starting to wilt and die, and being the good friends we are, we water them back to life. Eventually, you'll get a couple of stat points for doing this, but you know, it's the thought that matters. Well, the flower child ain't home and everyone's starting to worry now, so let's search the forest for clues. Aw, see, don't worry, Kel's got this. After a quick look around, we don't find Basil, but we find a ladder for later and a doghouse. Oh, you know, maybe Basil found a good boy to play with. Nice doggy? Would I like to pet the dog? Sure? Oh yeah, never mind, he is a good boy. The other side of the forest is equally inconclusive, so let's check the train station. He might have hitched a ride. Well, he ain't here either, but strangely there's a leaf who just straight up hates bunnies. I mean, wow. I mean, how could he do such a thing? They're small and fluffy and adorable and... Okay, he might be onto something. Don't worry, we'll be back. There's a train to catch later. Returning to the playground, we find Beryl isn't exactly thrilled about losing the tetherball, and we go on a little trip to get it back. Your reward for this little side venture is a new skill for Aubrey. She learns how to use her head and gets a certificate proving it. We return to Mary with searching the forest being a bust and get the idea that we should climb the ladder next to the stump. Mary reminds us that even though we are afraid of heights, we're getting stronger every day, and with everyone's encouragement, yeah, we're gonna climb that. I mean, Kel did remark that the ladder looks like it's going all the way up, but I mean, there's no way it'll reach all the way to space. Okay, it doesn't reach all the way to space, but I'm gonna call it close enough. Yeah, so whenever you conquer fear when you're awake, you get access to a new area in Headspace. It's kind of a cool way to block off access to areas and just keep you on the right track. It's like, hey, are you scared shitless here? Then don't go this way. Yeah, weird that. What did you do, Kel? You lost your pet rock. How did you even... You know what, never mind. Knowing you, it makes perfect sense. Aw, don't worry, Kel. I know what'll help you.
What a thrill.
Finally. Kel, do I want to ask where you got that flagpole? Yeah, better question. How did you get that out of my pocket on the way up here? I mean, yeah, you can skip this happening by not doing that quest for Beryl. The alternative to that is them discussing the origins of being first. This is better. One short talk with Mary and we find ourselves in Otherworld. An outer space pit stop for travelers with a campground that ends up being next to a junkyard that makes me wish I was clever enough to make a joke about that. Space pirates, huh? Well, let's go see if they saw the flower child. The captain isn't in the best of spirits and his crew is tired of doing his chores instead of, you know, exploring, pillaging, and other fun, uncivilized things. So let's go see what's up, and if nothing else, let's nick their stuff. Is he okay? He's been away from his lady friend for too long, and to help snap him out of his funk, he needs a special mixtape, or else he's either gonna get more sad or just less pleasant. What it means for us is we get to go dumpster diving for our first dungeon. Weird he calls her his sweet jelly-filled donut of all things, though. I mean, hasn't the Earth been through enough? Yep, this is the thing we're doing. The Earth is putting up more resistance than I was hoping. I think it's time for Aubrey to use her head. How? How do you lose a planet? No, 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 no. Get back here. Explain. We will need to make a pit stop before trying to find treasure in this void of trash, though. Short story even shorter, she needs parts from the junkyard to fix something we'll want to use later. Just touch all the sparkly things at the dump and you'll be golden. Okay, time to make treasure out of trash and finally explain the question marks in the menu. It's to switch the character and the lead so they can use their different ability out of combat. So, what exactly does everybody do? Omori learned cut, Aubrey smashes. Hero uses that silver tongue of his to smooth talk everyone and get discounts at the mailbox stores, and the Kel goes yeet. Love the detail when you switch characters. There's a photo of them switching places, and yes, there is one for every possibility. Kel, that is actually disgusting. Please oh, no, you found a can. You did good, Kel. So you're probably wondering what you'd even fight in a place like this, and yeah, it's probably exactly what you're thinking. Old mixtapes, doom boxes. Old computers on dial-up connections that can waste a turn buffering, or just make you hurt yourself in frustration just by being so slow. And of course, planes that are also sharks. In their natural habitat, of course. And because I don't really know how to segue into it, let's talk bread. See, Omori gets a skill early on that lets him turn enemies into healing items. My only problem is they turn into bread and not toast, and the game shows it that when things die they turn into toast, so it's a 0 out of 10, throw it in the trash. Why do I hear aggressive baking music? Oh yeah, speaking of toast. Oh hi Mr. Life Jam Guy. Well, I do like free things. He destroys the children to show you that when it looks like you're in a jam, to use Life Jam. I mean, clearly it's the right thing to do. What else will help you when everybody's toast? Yeah, lovely demonstration there. Ahem. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh hey, another letter. Weird, only Omori can actually see and get the things. Huh. Stop doing that. Wait, a special what? Oh, see, you clearly don't want it anymore. Please, stop. That is awful and clearly cannot get worse. Well, there's a first time for everything. Get back here so I can get the tape and then punt you, you little sh**. 1, no thank you. 2, why? Hey, Mary. Oh, she got nowhere to go. Let's get her. Wait a second. Oh, it's stupid and I love it. And of course it fights by waiting for the attack to finish loading, and then when it crashes loading, it crashes everyone. And even by some miracle of God, Kel didn't commit toast this fight. Small mercies. Oh, please, for the love of God, stop. You want to repeat that now? Are you genuinely shitting me? We went through this place for basically nothing. You're gonna leave or you're going to become bread. Alright, so who's gonna break the bad news to the crew? Oh joy, Kel's got this. I have a mouth, yet I cannot scream. You know what, Pluto? That is beautiful, and I want to help your dreams come true. Ah, no kidding? Want to run us back to town? Kel's not on. Get us out of here now. Yeah, not bad. Kinda wish Kel didn't scream the whole way back. Don't worry, he'll get it right eventually. We have fast travel now, and after getting the parts to fix the living TV's device, we can get free coffee. Next time, Kel gets to become more than a meme and turn the game's kneecaps to dust. Still, gotta make one more sidestep before we end this because this is already way longer than I thought it was gonna be. Remember the other ladder from earlier? Climbing starts with C, so that's the letter we get, and we can actually interact with the hole. Ah, a nice cool breeze. Now let's be honest, we both know the answer to that question. I know what you're thinking right now, and the answer is yes. I came all this way up here just to hear the music. Oh, it's good. Honestly, it's just another simple fight. All you have to do is
destroy the child.
Don't worry about the kite, he'll just keep reviving it. Really now, you're gonna make excuses. That is not exactly reassuring. Of course I do. We came all this way, we got a style on him again with our superior kite flying skills. Alright, let's wrap this up. We return bearing bad news, and don't worry, things go exactly how you think they will. Oh, he's... Yeah, thanks, Mary. Oh, no problem, man. Glad to help. Hey, have you seen a kid, you know, with a flower crown and a look of absolute terror beyond imagination? You know, just asking. The captain learns why simping is wrong, and then Aubrey proceeds to commit a murder. Ah, his theme's great. But it was last boss fight of the prologue, so yeah, it had to be. Honestly, the only thing you have to watch out for is that as it goes on, he'll just keep getting madder and madder until he just becomes furious. So get everybody high on life and slap him around and you'll be golden. The captain finally snaps out of it, and we learn that sadly, no, he doesn't know anything about where Basil is. Aubrey gets sad, and the captain gives us a ticket for a free snow cone and a train pass for half pass eventually. The captain finally leaves with his crew and leaves us the letter E. On the way out, we find Flower Child tracks, and back at the ladder, a familiar-looking shadow. As you walk through the field, you see parts of memories you've had with your friends, and eventually follow the shadow to a barn. The shadow enters the barn, and a familiar light peeks through the doors. He shows a mirror leading to a place of wonder, goes through, so let's go to another world of one. This is not the world of wonder I was promised. Ah, well, it'll be fine. We get the letter, lets us pay our respects, and... You know what, I think it's time to go. Basil? We need to talk, don't we? It kicks us back to white space, and with that, it's time to wake up and face the day. We're told that there's 3 days left, and finally wake up. Mom left a message on the answering machine saying that the furniture sale in the city is more important than, you know, caring about her son. Yeah, don't worry, Mom, I'll be fine. I've got the trauma demons to keep me company. You hear something, a knock, knocking, but we'll deal with it in a second. We head to the bathroom to get a reminder to brush our teeth, and we do because we're not monsters. Take a quick look in the mirror to remind ourselves that, yeah.
Damn, I'm looking good.
And Mom's room has Mary's pick. Wait, empty? Let's go see who be knocking. Oh hey, it's Kel. Do I want to hang out with you? Of course I do. It's been... Wait. How long again? And with that, you open the door to...